He wakes up tired but tells himself he just needs more coffee. He works late, scrolls his phone in silence, and smiles when people ask if he's okay. On the surface, everything seems fine. Stable job, decent paycheck, people who rely on him. But underneath, something's off. He's running on autopilot. There's no joy, no peace, just a constant sense of pressure. And the hardest part is he can't figure out why. This video is about 5 habits quietly destroying men's mental health. Keep watching because habit number 4 will blow your mind. The truth is, many men are silently struggling, not because of a single big mistake, but because of a few small habits that slowly wear them down over time. They don't make headlines. They don't look dramatic. But they quietly destroy your mental health piece by piece until one day you wake up and realize you've lost touch with yourself. First, overworking. One of the biggest culprits is overworking. Somewhere along the way, hard work turned into never stopping. You start believing that your value comes from how much you can produce, how many hours you can grind, how many responsibilities you can juggle. You convince yourself that rest is laziness and that slowing down means falling behind. But what you don't see is how the constant pressure drains you, not just physically, but emotionally. You begin to forget who you are outside of your work. The emails and deadlines become your entire identity. And when work becomes who you are, burnout isn't a possibility, it's inevitable. Real strength isn't in pushing endlessly, it's in knowing when to stop, when to rest, when to breathe. Second, emotional numbing. Then there's emotional numbing, something so many men do without even realizing it. You stop reacting to things that once mattered. You stop celebrating small wins, stop crying when you're hurt, stop laughing deeply. You just keep moving, telling yourself you're fine. But fine is just another word for disconnected. When you bury your emotions to avoid pain, you also bury your capacity for joy. You can't selectively turn off feelings. When everything goes quiet inside, even happiness becomes hard to feel. Healing begins the moment you stop trying to be invincible and allow yourself to be human again. Third, isolation. Another silent destroyer is isolation. It doesn't always look like being alone. Sometimes it's just the slow withdrawal from real connection. You talk to people, but not about anything. You laugh, but it's surface level. You stop reaching out because it feels easier to handle things yourself. The world tells men to be self-reliant, but isolation isn't strength. It's slow suffocation. You weren't built to carry everything in silence. Connection isn't a luxury. It's survival. The simple act of opening up, of saying, "Hey, I'm struggling," can be the start of freedom. Fourth, comparison. Then comes comparison, that quiet, corrosive voice in your head that keeps telling you you're behind. You scroll through social media and see other men doing better bodies, better jobs, better lives. It makes you feel small, even if you're doing okay. But what you're comparing yourself to isn't real life. It's a filtered illusion. Every man is fighting battles you can't see. You don't know their fears, their failures, or what it took to get where they are. The only person you need to compete with is the man you were yesterday. Progress doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest. And fifth, ignoring your body. And finally, there's the habit of ignoring your body. Men are taught to push through pain, to keep working when they're tired, to eat fast, to sleep less, to keep going no matter what. But your body keeps score. Every skipped meal, every sleepless night, every "I'll rest later" becomes a debt you eventually have to pay. Your physical health and your mental health are inseparable. Taking care of your body isn't vanity, it's self-respect. Move it, feed it, rest it, because a neglected body eventually turns into a restless mind. When you look closely, all these habits, overworking, numbing, isolating, comparing, ignoring, come from the same place: survival. You were taught to endure, not to feel, to produce, not to pause, to be reliable, not vulnerable. But surviving isn't the same as living, and no one teaches men how to shift from one to the other. That's why so many feel lost, even when life looks good. But awareness changes everything. The moment you recognize these patterns, you take back power. You realize you can still build success, but not at the cost of your peace. You can still be strong, but not by staying silent. You can still carry responsibility without carrying it alone. You don't have to fix everything overnight. Just start with honesty. Take a break without guilt. Talk to someone you trust. Feel something, even if it's uncomfortable, because that's how you start to come back to yourself. Not by doing more, but by allowing yourself to be. This is the Mental Guardian, a reminder that true strength isn't about never breaking. It's about learning to rebuild slowly, deliberately, with compassion for the man you're becoming. Protect your mind. Protect your peace, because you deserve more than survival. You deserve to live. If this post resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment.